guys, welcome back to my channel. My last video was my egg retrieval, so I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about that and how that went.
When everything comes crashing down, be at your door when I hear the sound. You say the word and I'll stay the night. You wouldn't text if you moved on. You wouldn't keep me in your phone unless you know that you were wrong.
So 36 hours before the egg retrieval, you have to take your trigger shot, which is your HCG shot. And that is a shot that goes right in your tip, which is like the top of your buttocks part, but it's your hip and you put it right into your muscle. Well, that you take 36 hours before, and then 36 hours later you have to go in for your egg retrieval. So that's like a specific time you have to take it. I had to take mine at 9 p.m. and then I went in, that was Friday, and then I went in Sunday, and they did it at 9 a.m. So when I got to the egg retrieval, what they did was they had me change and lay on the hospital bed. They set up my IV and I just waited for them to take me. And when they took me in, they took me into the surgery room, and I put my legs up on the little stern up things that you have to put your legs on, and then literally 2 seconds later the guy's like, okay, see you in a little bit, and he injected the anesthesia and I was out. I don't remember anything, obviously. I woke up in the hospital bed in the room that Dean was in, which was the recovery room, which was the room I was in the first place. So they lifted me out of the surgery bed, put me on a wheelchair, wheeled me in there, and put me on the bed. Don't remember any of that because I was passed out, but everything was fine, you know, that day a little bit. But later that night, once that anesthesia and everything wore off, I had the worst cramps. And when I say the worst cramps, it was so bad. I couldn't lay down, I couldn't walk barely, I couldn't sit up. It was horrible. So I thought maybe, you know, maybe the next day will be a little better. No, the whole next day it was the same thing. I didn't know if something happened because there's a thing called OHSS. It could get very severe where you have to go in the hospital, but there is mild cases which then delays your transfer. So I thought maybe I was getting that. I looked up symptoms. I had so many of the symptoms, and I called the nurse, and she said, you know, let us know if you have any shortness of breath or anything, and just to take Tylenol every 6 hours. So I was doing that, and by the following day it got a lot better, and it's been wearing off. So luckily I didn't have that, but things are getting better now. So the day of retrieval, right away they told us that they got 10 eggs, which was pretty cool. And the next day, Monday, they had called us and told us how many of them were mature and how many of them were dividing. Well, 8 of them were mature, but only 7 of them started dividing. So then on the next day, on Tuesday, they called me again to let me know you either do your transfer the 3rd day or the 5th day. They do not do the 4th day. So they called me on Tuesday and let me know that the 7 were still dividing, which was good. Now today is Wednesday and my transfer is on Friday. We don't actually know how many embryos there are gonna actually be on the 5th day because it could go down every day, how many make it. And then we're also freezing them. So on the day of transfer, we'll know how many of them are gonna be able to freeze and all that. So they don't give you any anesthesia on the day of transfer. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. Hopefully, I know your bladder gotta be full, so it's gonna be a little discomfort. But the egg retrieval was by far the worst, I think. I just had really, really bad cramping afterwards, in so much pain. So that's the update so far, and that's what we're gonna do Friday, and I will have another vlog when Friday comes for my transfer. The day after retrieval, which was Monday, I also started baby aspirin. I take that once a day, and I also started my progesterone injection, which is a longer needle as well. It's a little thicker than the HCG trigger. I read that sometimes people say it's a lot more painful. It goes in the same spot as the trigger shot in your hip, which is like the top of your buttocks. For me, doesn't hurt at all. None of the injections actually hurt. It's actually, they all been pretty fine. So that's what, and the progesterone, I'm not sure how long I have to take that. I just know I have to take that every single day. And then in a couple days, I'll be starting patches, where I wear like 2 patches every other day. And I'll let you guys know about that. So stay tuned in for my next vlog.